Well, howdy neighbors, it's Hamateur Hour K8WOO coming at you once again. And today we are going to change the configuration of my HF antenna in the backyard. Let me show you what I have currently. Now it's been out here since, I don't know, February, March area, probably March. And so here it is currently, and you probably saw it in one of my last videos. I didn't do a great job at showing what it looks like, but here's what it looks like. So here we have the 10-tenna 49-to-1 Ballon, and I believe this is 14 gauge solid core wire, and it goes up. Used to be a lot tighter. Goes up all the way there. Can't see it. But then it goes down to that tree. Then, as you can see, this is a super, oh my God, so dark. This is a super ghetto, I don't know, ghetto-ish setup. I'm not running my coax any special way. It's just going from the 10-tenna into my office over there. So every time I cut the grass, I have to unplug my antenna, which, whatever, it happens. So here's the problem. My house points north-south. And even though it's an in-fed half wave, I didn't get it high enough up in the tree. So it's kind of like an inverted V, almost like an inverted L really, because the full antenna doesn't make the full V. Now, I don't know a lot about antennas. I kind of looked into it a little bit, but I'm assuming with the inverted V, inverted L configuration, it has some directionality to it, right? It's not omnidirectional. So I can get pretty much all around the United States. I'm having a lot of problems getting overseas, and I think, and you can correct me in the comments, like, please, I'm here to learn. If I configured my antenna east-west or got it high enough in the tree so it was mostly straight up and down, I would probably get better reception in general. Let me know what you think in the comments. So my goal today is to get the antenna straight up in the tree as high as I can. I'm hoping that I won't have to lip it over or whatever you want to say. And if I have to, I want it to be pointing kind of east-west if I can. The other thing is that wire that was going through my yard, the coax, I really want to have a shorter run into my office where the shack is. So it's not going across my yard. I don't have to undo it every time I cut the grass. Now, the other thing I have is I do live in an HOA. They are not very strict on things, but I still don't want it to be super noticeable. So that's why I have it in the inverted V, because I could put it way out there, right? I could have put it way out there and it would be a real sloped in-fed half wave, but I didn't want it to be way out there in the yard. My neighbors are cool. I don't think anyone would ever say anything, but I don't want to risk it. So anyways, we're going to cut a new antenna. I'm actually going to leave this wire. I'm going to wrap it around the tree in case maybe the one that I put up, maybe it's not as good and I can go back to this configuration. So we're going to cut some wire. I think I will spare you the details. I think you guys have all cut wire before. I'm going to cut it for 40 meters, so 66.5 feet-ish. And then I'm going to throw it up in the tree and see what happens. So for those wondering, here is the wire that I'm using 14 gauge solid core. I should have got black. I don't know why I got red, but I have a 100-foot tape measure going all the way down there, 66.5 feet. You guys remember old Trusty from the first video? Who said you need a throwback when you got a bunch of washers and a carabiner? Should probably get a throwback before I break something. Why I decided to do this on the hottest day of the year is besides me. Anyways, I did get it up there. I didn't get the throw on video, but man, you probably won't even be able to see it, but it's way up there. I don't know how high, but we're gonna give her a try. Oh man, I'm telling you, today was literally the worst day to do this. So, recap, I did a bunch of stuff because I know people want to see how things are done, but I literally threw it up in the tree, tied the wire off on it, ran it up the tree. You've seen it a million times on YouTube. I'm sorry, it's fucking hot. Pardon my French. So here's where it used to be. You can tell because I have to cut around it. So to remind you, I went up, over, into the other tree over there, right? So this one, and I really should use a bigger rope, but YOLO. So now this one goes in between the railing of my deck and my fence. So here's what that looks like. And it goes way up there. And it comes way over here. Mind you, probably should be using stronger rope, but this is gonna have to do for now. And yeah, honestly, I can't even see the tip of where the end is, so I got it pretty high. It's definitely not 66 feet straight up, but it's higher than my old one, and it's going east-west instead of north-south. And I think that's gonna be really important. I'm gonna go inside, I'm gonna take a shower, cool off for a minute, and I'll go down to the shack and we'll make some contacts and see how this bad boy does. Seriously, if you have any comments, questions, tell me what I did wrong, tell me what I did right, give me some ideas, right? I mean, I'll show you my yard. Here's my yard. If you're an antenna guru, let's make a better antenna, but I'll show you what's good and what's bad here. So here's my yard, right? I don't know if you can see it, but the power lines literally run to my house straight through the middle of the yard. So I really can't use half my yard, right? Goes through the trees there. I'm still waiting for a bad storm to rip the power thing out of my house, because my God, it's gonna happen. Like, look how low these are. Like, you can see it, it's right above me. It's insane. I could touch that. I could jump and hit that with my head. Now I think that's cable. That's not power. The power's higher, but still. But as you go further back, now here's what sucks. These trees are way taller. They're freaking huge. I mean, I could get a 66-foot wire up there so easy, but here is why it's not gonna work. The neighborhood power lines run through my backyard, right by this tree. Also, as I said before, I live in an HOA, so I don't really want to put the antenna out in the middle of my yard, which is why I've kind of confined myself over to that end. But here's the view from this way. So as you can see, I can pretty much only use one triangle of my yard, and I'm kind of stuck in the backyard because I can't really do anything on the front yard, right? So basically, my entire antenna has to live within that space. What's up? It's Hatless Josh. You'll not see me like this very often. Anyways, back in the shack. We recording? Yeah, we're recording. Back in the shack. That feel like that's a good name. If you're out there and you need a name for your website for ham radio, Back in the Shack. That sounds dope. I might use it, so you better pick it up before I take it. Anyways, I did a little bit of operating earlier today just to kind of test the antenna out a little bit. And it seems that the bands aren't the greatest right now, which is fine. That they've been up and down a lot recently. I've never lived through I just got my license this year, so I don't know solar minimum, solar maximum, but I have heard a lot of people say that this one's been weird with, you know, how people come through and the band's going up and down. So I made some contacts today. Let's see, I made 9 today, all on the antenna. I got a guy right now. Now here's the thing. I was hoping moving my antenna further away from those power lines was going to help with the noise, but it's still pretty bad. And I don't know if it's the bands, and I don't know if it's my radio. So here's what we got going on right now. I guess you can't see because it's too bright. I'm on 14.335, 20 meters, K5AFR and W5GFO are activating in Texas. So this is Ohio to Texas. Hey, they're losing the band too. I have my digital noise reduction on. It's only at a 2 right now. I normally don't go above 5. Man, all right. So they're doing last call right now, and when I can't hear them very well, it's like the last thing I want to do is try to call out. I don't like to be that guy where we're struggling trying to figure out what the call signs are and stuff. So let me cruise around and see if I can find someone else I can make a contact with, just for shits and giggles. So now I'm on 40 meters, and this feedback it has been really bad today. And I don't know if it's bands, I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna show you. Leave me a comment and tell me if this is like, is it interference from something in my house, do you think, or is it atmospheric, you know, solar related? I don't know what I'm listening to, but 40's been really bad today. Kilo 8 Whiskey Oscar Oscar. Kilo 8 Whiskey Oscar Oscar QSL. Got you 5-9 out in Cincinnati, Ohio, my friend. 7-3, thank you. All right, I got one for you guys. So it works, right? Kinda. Well, let me turn this down. So it kind of works. I don't know what all that feedback is on 40. 20 seems like a mess. I can hear stuff pretty well. But the one thing that I notice as I'm scrolling around, searching for POTA activators, is about half of them I will absolutely not be able to hear at all. I scroll right past them, move on to the next one. So yeah, if you're watching, what do I do to fix that, right? Do I try a different antenna? Like I said, I'm running an in-fed half wave, 49-to-1, 10 tenna. It's up in the tree, you saw it today. You know, I don't know. I'm trying to learn. Teach me. But, you know, it seems that the antenna is working. Is it better than the other one? Again, you know, day by day, you don't know what the bands are going to look like. You know, the one I had before, the very first one that went out into the middle of the yard on Friday, it was either Friday or yesterday, today is Sunday that I'm recording this. I made like 40 contacts throughout the entire day and like maybe 2 or 3 sessions. So, you know, they're working. I don't know. I'm a noob. I'm trying to figure it out. So one other thought I might have, at least with this antenna, is if you saw how it's sandwiched between my stairs to my deck and my fence, maybe that has something to do with it as well. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just trying to troubleshoot, help a brother out. Anyways, still messing around with how I'm doing videos. Like I said, doing a GoPro right now, you know, instead of the webcam, you know, trying to figure it out as I go. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you hate. Anyways, thank you for watching. Shoot me a comment, shoot me a subscription. Hamateur Hour, Kilo 8 Whiskey, Oscar, Oscar. Woo! Woo! See you later.